Hello, welcome to the Sukasa Style channel. Today we are recommending a fantastic book. It's by Eddie Ludlow and it's called Whiskey, a Tasting Course. It's brought to you by the great people at DK and we think it'll be a superb gift for Dad. Forget about getting Dad a pair of socks or a tie. This year, get Dad Whiskey, a Tasting Course. Now, trying to understand whiskey is not an easy thing, so there is no better place to start than here. And in order to make this interactive, we have brought you 3 different types of whiskies around the world, and we're going to reference them in the book now and again. So the first style of whiskey is an Irish whiskey, and it's called Bushmills. It hails from County Antrim, I should say, in Northern Ireland. And I've already poured it thanks to the magic of the internet. And the book will tell you the first thing you've got to do is after you pour is take a look at the appearance. So that's just a lovely gold color. Then the book will tell you to have a sniff. So what's the nose like? So it's not a particularly strong nose. I would say that there's a hint of peach on there, but everyone's capacity to smell things is different, and that gets amplified over the years, and you'll come up with a flavor profile and a nasal profile of the different kinds of things that you're going to smell. In terms of the palate, let's have a quick taste. Oh, that's just lovely. Incredibly smooth. It's if you're expecting a harsh whiskey, well, you're not going to get it from Bushmills. These things from Ireland are traditionally triple distilled in copper pots, so they have a remarkably smooth finish. What I'm tasting on the palate is hints of peach and some citrus, and I'm getting that the kind of citrusy flavor on the finish as well. But you try Bushmills, I think it's always going to be a hit. Now, in terms of the book, just hold on a second, I will reference it for you. In terms of So there you have it, on pages 70 to 74 of Whiskey a Tasting Course. You're shown what is Irish whiskey, what's the distillation method, and it'll further show you various flavor profiles of traditional Irish whiskies right there, in case you can see. So, having tried something fantastic from the Emerald Isle, we're going to go across the pond and we're going to go over to the States, to the state of Kentucky, and we're going to try a bourbon. So this is a Woodford Reserve. And here it's referenced in Kentucky where these kinds of bourbons would be made. So here is the Woodford. You can see it's quite different in terms of color. And again, quite different in terms of the nose. And so when I do a tasting of a Woodford, what I typically think is, okay, whereas the Bushmills had a lovely golden color, this is much more of an amber color, deeper, and the nose is almost kind of tobacco, almost. And again, in terms of the flavor, it's incredibly complex. I'm getting a little bit of everything. I'm getting caramel, getting a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of spice, but It's a whole different world, and it's quite a long, smooth finish. And finally, we're going to be going back to the UK, and we're going to try a single malt scotch. It's called Bruichladdich. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. It's from the Isle of Islay, and the actual point is referenced here, where the distillery is in the book. Here is the malt. So now I'll tell you that in the interest of editing, I have had to have a palate cleanser in between all of these tastings, otherwise everything would just be overwhelming. So in terms of the nose, I feel that it's almost a kind of a pineapple. I don't know if that makes sense, but I get a sense of pineapple and berries. Now, in terms of the palate, it's incredibly lovely. Definitely get a lot of honey, a little bit of citrus. There's a great complexity and smoothness to this. This is not peaty at all. So if you like peaty types of single malts, this isn't for you, but this is just something that will be almost perfect after coming home from a hard day's work. So there you have it. I've just quickly skimmed the many things that you can learn from this book. It's an absolutely fantastic resource. It can take you from A to Z as to all of the things that you need to learn and appreciate whiskey. And have no fear, because Eddie Ludlow himself says at the beginning of the book that when he first tasted whiskey, he didn't like it. But we hope you're going to love it. We hope that Dad loves it even more. Check it out on the DK website, order it from Amazon or your preferred bookseller, and please check out the review. I believe that's also posted